When we think about naval warfare in World War II, our minds often turn to mighty battleships, roaring aircraft carriers, and massive surface fleets. But beneath the waves, hidden in silence, operated one of the most decisive forces of the entire war, the U.S. submarine fleet, known as the Silent Service. Though they made up less than 2% of the Navy, American submarines sank over 5.5 million tons of shipping, strangled Japan's economy, and sank more than 30% of the Imperial Japanese Navy itself. By 1945, Japan's merchant fleet, once 6 million tons strong, had been reduced to just a fraction, unable to carry the supplies it desperately needed to survive. Today, we're counting down the top 10 most successful American submarines of World War II. These boats combined daring crews, brilliant commanders, and relentless patrols to become legends of the deep. We begin our list with USS Snook, a Gato-class submarine. Snook's patrols targeted Japanese shipping lanes and convoys across the Pacific, sinking over 75,000 tons. Tragically, she was lost with all hands in April 1945, a reminder of the Silent Service's deadly cost. Her name lives on in the modern Los Angeles-class submarine USS Snook, honoring her sacrifice. At number 9 is USS Jack, another Gato-class boat. Jack gained fame for her aggressive surface attacks. She specialized in ambushing convoys and racked up nearly 77,000 tons of sinkings. Jack's commander once noted that the boat's crew were the most fearless men I've ever known, striking hard and fast before slipping away into the Pacific night. Number 8 goes to USS Drum. With over 80,000 tons of shipping destroyed, Drum completed 13 war patrols and survived them all, earning 12 battle stars in the process. Today, she rests as a museum ship in Mobile, Alabama, the oldest American submarine still preserved, where visitors can walk her decks and remember the crew that fought from her steel hull. Coming in at number 7 is USS Trigger, another Gato-class submarine, credited with sinking over 86,000 tons. Trigger became known for her persistence, hunting down convoys relentlessly. But like Snook, she was lost in 1945. Her name would be carried forward by later submarines, ensuring that the bravery of her crew would never be forgotten. At number 6 is USS Spadefish, a Balao-class boat that entered the war late but made an enormous impact. On just 5 patrols, Spadefish sank 21 ships totaling over 88,000 tons. In one incredible action in 1944, she sank a Japanese aircraft carrier, the Shinyo, proving that even the largest naval vessels were vulnerable to the Silent Service. Number 5 belongs to USS Silversides, one of the most celebrated submarines of the war. Silverside sank nearly 15 ships and earned 12 battle stars across 14 patrols. Beyond her tonnage of over 90,000 tons, Silversides became legendary for bringing her crew home again and again. Today, she survives as a museum ship in Muskegon, Michigan, a floating monument to the courage of submariners. At number 4 we find USS Barb, one of the most daring submarines ever launched. Barb not only sank nearly 100,000 tons of shipping, she also carried out missions no other submarine dared. In 1945, Barb's crew launched a commando raid on Japanese soil, blowing up a train in one of the war's most audacious acts. Her commander, Eugene Fluckey, earned the Medal of Honor, and Barb's legacy as both a hunter and raider is unmatched. Taking third place is USS Rasher, with almost 100,000 tons destroyed. Rasher became famous for one single patrol in August 1944, when she sank for major ships in a single night, including the Japanese carrier Tai. That single patrol was one of the most successful of the entire submarine campaign, cementing Rasher's place in history. Number 2 is USS Flasher, the top-scoring American submarine in terms of official Navy tonnage until records were later revised. Flasher sank over 100,000 tons, including a heavy cruiser and numerous tankers vital to Japan's war effort. With no losses among her crew, Flasher became a symbol of both effectiveness and survival, a rare combination in the Silent Service. And finally, at number 1, the deadliest submarine of World War II, USS Tang, a Balao-class boat. Tang's crew sank over 116,000 tons of Japanese shipping, including 33 ships, more than any other American submarine. Her commander, Richard Kane, pioneered daring surface attacks at night, firing point-blank torpedoes that devastated convoys. But Tang's story ended in tragedy in 1944. One of her own torpedoes malfunctioned and circled back, striking the submarine. Akane and 8 others survived, captured as prisoners of war. Despite this fate, Tang's record remains unmatched. A legend of courage, innovation, and sacrifice. Together, these 10 submarines sank nearly 1 million tons of Japanese shipping. But beyond numbers, they represent the bravery of the 52 US submarines lost and the 3,500 men who never returned. The silent service fought a hidden war, one patrol at a time, and ultimately strangled Japan's ability to fight. When the Japanese government later admitted that shipping losses were the greatest cause of their defeat, it was these submariners, unseen, unheard, but never forgotten, who had delivered the decisive blow.